What's going on, people? It's your man the YB. Once again, big shout out to my dog. Collates Boxing for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, Johnny Bash. Okay, we got a crazy leak. I'm not going to lie, there was a certain man in my comments saying, oh, YB, Daniel Dubois brutally attacks Don Charles. I watched it on the Moody IFL TV link. I thought, you man are capping. What are people capping for? 2-2s. I saw this leak here from Radio Raccoon, and it's kind of mad. It's kind of mad. All I can do is play it for you, really. What I'll do before I start playing it, though, Radio Raccoon. Let me tell you something about Radio Raccoon, man. He is a pagan with the copyright, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I might have to edit it out, but I'll only play a second or two of it. You only need to see a second or two of it. That's when he shoves, he elbows Don Charles. It's quite fantastical to watch. All right, so here's Danny D, obviously. Here's Don Charles. Just peep this for a second right quick, and then we'll do the frame by frame. Here we go. You see that? You man see that right there? He proper digs him. Proper digs into him. Alright, one more time. In full speed. Bush. Oh, come on, people. Okay, so we rewind it a minute, because it was like a proper little dig, wasn't it? I don't know what. Initially, I thought from the IFL TV angle, you don't really see it. I thought, oh, he's just turning away. In fact, I could show you that. You don't need to see it, right? But from that angle, why would you elbow someone? Initially, I assumed, oh, it's kind of like you know when you're in a club and you can't really talk, a lot's going on. So you say to you kind of nudge your guy and say, let's check, and everyone knows what time it is. Yeah. Or 2-2, let's say your buzz is wearing off, and my man's got the bag in his pocket, and you give him a nudge, and you both know what time it is, man. Yeah. It's Nigel Ben Mickey's time, part 2. So I thought it might have been one of them, but from this angle, he looks back. Yeah. I don't know whether Don Charles is patting him on the back, but you see the eye contact there. He proper. It's like a little, and you can see. Look, you see how what? It's not a little. It's not like a little tap. You wouldn't, if you were friends with someone in a club and it's noisy, you wouldn't signal by elbowing. Watch. Just focus on Don Charles. He proper gets. Don Charles is a big man, 250-pound man himself. Look, watch. He gets moved back. Dubois making noises as well. Look. Watch Dubois' mouth here. Pause. Watch his mouth. He proper digs him. Someone's saying get back. I don't know what he's saying there. You see what I mean? I'll make it even bigger for you, man. That's what I'll do. Just for the grinder, man. I know you man like it big. Yeah, you dirty Babylonian pagan looking ass dudes, man. Yeah, I know there's a certain amount there who like it big still. Anyway. Watch again. There's a whole. I don't know what to say. You can see Don Charles' shirt gets crunched up, man. Look. Proper. What's Dubois saying there, do you think? It's almost like he's saying get back or something. So I don't know. Dubois, yeah. This is the truth about Dubois. Look at the face there. Can you man see this? Imagine you can't see it. Imagine how mad that will be. Yeah, I think you can see it still, probably. I beg we haven't just missed all that. But look at the face Dubois makes. We're rewinding now. Come on, any second now. So he's facing forward. He turns back. He's kind of mean mugging. It's like he's staring down Don or something. Elbows Don. Proper. And then he starts kind of like eyeing him up. Don don't say nothing. Now, Don's not even shocked. So listen, man. Frank's almost patting him. My best guess is one of these two things. Yeah. If you've been following the whole Dubois saga since he joined Don Charles, because it was after, what fight was it? It was a Jarrell Miller fight, I believe. That was the first time Daniel Dubois' dad was visibly in the corner, and since then they've ran with it. So, despite Don Charles being the trainer, he's never got no credit. Dubois only talks about his dad. So I don't know. Is it like one of them ones where Dubois like, I want my dad here, what are you doing here, kind of thing? It's got that kind of vibe to it. He's got no respect for him. Why would you be elbowing your trainer for? I'd prefer Dubois to elbow USYK or USYK's trainer. Right? So is it... Listen, you got to understand that I heard today that Dubois, he didn't even go to school. Yeah? When I say Danny the Dog, watch that film. It's a wicked film. Jet Li Unleashed. Proper classic film. This guy, this Jet Li cat, yeah, he had no school. He was like a dog, basically. And this dude, this big mafia don, takes his chain off and he just goes buck wild, punching dudes up. Yeah? Weighing them in. My point is, Dubois and his dad, not to that extreme. Well, who knows what they was doing in that house as such. You don't know what people doing there, right? You don't know. I'm not saying it was no freaky shit. I'm just saying you don't really know what's going on in people's house. What we do know is, more time, yeah, a lot of I'm not saying I like the school system, but a lot of parents, yeah, who take their kids out of school, they're a bit wiggy. Because who really want to be hanging around kids all day, man, teaching them shit, right? So that shows you, apparently Frank Warren said he didn't even go to school. He wasn't even doing the homeschool like that. He was in a boxing gym. And his dad said things like, he'd have Danny Dubois on a 4-hour run with no water and come back and do 1,000 push-ups. That's kind of mad, right? In these days. Even in the old days, I don't know, is that... You should be able to drink if you go on a 4-hour run. Well, what's that going to hurt? I get the discipline, and I don't think it's necessarily bad to do a 4-hour run when you're young or whatever. But you should be able to drink water along the way, right? That's a bit extreme for me. So, and we've seen it before. Dubois, he's an adult as such, but when he's walking out, or Frank Warren said, the reason he wanted his dad in the corner is because he's seen Daniel walking out before, and he's not even focusing, he's looking where his dad is. So there's not a better example of Danny the Dog, Jet Li film Unleashed than this, really. Yeah? It's like he can't focus without his dad there. And when you've got Don Charles coming in, who a lot of people say their boxing trainers like a father figure. So that, even though Don Charles ain't trying to be Danny Dubois' daddy, yeah, from Dubois' point of view, he might see it as, it's a bit like a step-parent. Most kids, particularly younger, don't get on with their step-parents most of the time. They see it, even if the step-parent's cool, yeah, they see it as, oh, you're trying to be my mummy kind of thing. You're trying to be my daddy. I got a daddy. See that one there? Yeah? So I guess it's possible it's them kind of vibes. That's why I never give Don Charles no credit. I've heard interviewers say to Daniel Dubois, hey Dan, what do you think of Don Charles? And it's like, oh, my dad's the best trainer. Kind of, he just talk about his dad. So that's a bit mad, right? It's almost like a codependent relationship. That said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, you've seen the film Unleashed. You've seen Jet Li. You've seen Danny the Dog, man. When Danny say time to go, it's time to go. Oh, bah. Yeah. So it's not necessarily bad. If anything, when you look at old cultures, ancient cultures, yeah, they was ready to get it, man. Not necessarily because their daddy was telling them, but the mentality of it. I'm going. I can't even. I'm so estrogenic, yeah, and low T. Can you imagine going on a battlefield in the cold, wet, and having to get stuck in with swords? Can you imagine that? I can't. I could never imagine doing that. There'll be some larpers like Andrew Tatowitz. Oh, I could do it. I don't know about that, mate. Yeah, you didn't even want to fight Logan Paul in a boxing match. What makes you think you're going to go back with these corny YouTube cats? They sound hard. Yeah, but you didn't want to fight Logan Paul. Oh, I need to check if he's tested. Well, wait there a minute. Are you an ancient warrior or not? Yeah. They were fighting for real, for real. I've said it many times, but how many men do you think, yeah, got half slain on some ancient battlefield and was just left there slowly dying out in the cold shit and piss and rain and mud? How many men? Imagine that. Imagine going out that way, just there like leaking out, man. That's wicked. That's not me, that's for sure. I'm supposed to be in the big house, man, with Massa. That's what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the big house, man. I ain't doing that shit. That's what you best. I'm in the big house with Massa Aggie Hearns, man. He put me on. Massa keep me safe, man. For real, for real. I ain't playing with you. Anyway, my point is, that mentality, that shows... Listen, the Romans had a principle called decimation. So there were times where people would shit their pants. But it wasn't them. I don't think it was... It certainly wasn't more than half. Half of the men were getting in there and getting stuck in. For sure. They loved it. They loved getting stuck in. When you think about Spartacus. Spartacus was a Roman's slave gladiator who then rose up and was leading... It was a madness. Leading all the slaves and getting stuck in there. Getting messy with it, man. And he went out on his back, apparently. He went out right on his back. Never found him, though. But it's assumed he got smoked. The point is, imagine that mentality there. And what that shows is, it's not a case, we're not a different species as such. That is within us all. Yeah? That shows your environment and what's normal around you. It can't just be genetics, can it? Look at lions though. Lions, they genetically want to fight, right? Humans, I think the consciousness probably skews the whole genetic element. Lions, yeah, they are lions. That's why you see these weirdos in America who raise lions thinking they're a pet teddy bear, and then they just bug out on their ass. Take it, and they get chopped, they get swatted up, right? All the monkeys and that. Their genetics are too powerful. They don't have innate consciousness where they're able to reason. Yeah, they're just animalistic. Bosh. But anyway, I'm digressing here. The fact of the matter is, folks, humans are capable of such feats. They're capable of storming the beach of Normandy. Yeah? Now, whatever triggers that in Dubois, if it's his daddy that can trigger, that's in us. It's not a case of saying, oh, he quit before. Whether he quit before or not, it's still within you. It's within all of us. It's all decisions you have to make. We can all choose, yeah, to get a sword out and get busy, or not. That's all it is. It's just a simple choice, yes or no. So if Dubois' upbringing, and now his daddy's in the mix, has put him in that state where he sees Don Charles as the ops, but at the same time, his daddy's told him, Danny, get him. I forgot the saying they use in the movie. I can't remember what it's called, but they say something to Danny, man. They say something to Danny, he just bugs out and goes buck wild. So if his daddy can do that, yeah, it doesn't really matter if Don Charles is getting buoyed off. And to some extent, Don Charles' reaction, he doesn't seem shocked. So I'm not sure whether Don Charles is even... It's almost like Don Charles here knows what time. He's not shocked. He's not like, whoa, why is this guy elbowing me? So he's probably been used to it. Not necessarily a disrespect, but Don Charles probably salutes the fact it works. Don Charles don't really care if he gets sucked off the most by Daniel Dubois. If he plasters USYK out, that's going to be on his resume forever. He doesn't necessarily need overt glazing from Dubois himself. So, and Don Charles isn't a stupid man. So he might know his role. And at the end of the day, yeah, if Danny D's just on it, and that means that Don Charles has to catch strays, and so be it. Don Charles seemed quite composed, as if he's been dealing with it for a period of time. It didn't seem shocking to him. Now, that's the kind of negative analysis I've got for you, man. The positive analysis I've got is that it could just be, there's no disrespect towards Don Charles. It could just be, yeah, that Daniel Dubois is charged and anyone can get it. Yeah? Even his own team, Friendly Fire. Who wants it? You can all get it right now. You want some, Don? Yeah? You want some as well, Don? Because that little midget, gap-toothed midget plumber's getting it. Do you want some as well, Don? It could also be that. Dubois was in the face-to-face with USYK. He went, or something like that. And he clearly had enough of the press and whatnot. So he kind of storms off. And I tend to lean, it could be a mixture of all the factors, but I tend to lean more towards this. Yeah? Dubois getting charged up. He wants to leave the situation. So he's turned around and bumped Don and said, yeah, it's time to go. Bear in mind, Dubois is a 250-pound man. And if he's proper charged up, that elbow there isn't necessarily a pie in the face to Don Charles. It's like, listen, man, I'm so pumped. We've got to get out of here. Yeah? The Hulk type shit. Oh, it's time to go, man. I'm turning green. You see what I mean? And because his Hulk power was coming in there, he bumped... It could have actually been the whole club thing I mentioned about boshing your mate. Yeah, oh, it's time to bounce. Bosh. Let's call some broads in. Bosh. Yeah? But because Dubois charged up, that elbow was probably a little bit more explosive than you'd have in a casual social setting. But what I will say is, in conclusion, some people are spinning it. Hatman's spinning it. Oh, there's beef in the camp. I'm spinning it. Yeah. But Dubois here to do someone some serious harm. That's my spin. And you can say, YB, well, that's predictable. We knew you'd say that. But seriously, I don't see how... There's no negative spin here. There's no, oh, yeah, they're fighting and Dubois is not going to be focused. Because it's not like, if Dubois was elbowing his daddy, I might say, oh, we might have a bit of a problem here. But Dubois could knock Don Charles out for what it matters, in my opinion. Dubois could knock Don Charles out. If his daddy's there, he's going to be bang on point still. Does that make sense? There's no negative here. I think, if anything, any perceived negativity, oh, they've got a bit of thing here, it's because Dubois is an untamed animal. Yeah, you could have put Mother Teresa behind him, and she'd have got the elbow as well. She'd have got the Muay Thai to her sternum. That's what she'd have got. End of the day, that's what my base case is. That it didn't matter if Muhammad, I am the saviour, Jesus was behind him. He was getting an elbow too because he wants to fight. Yeah, there's no bickering here. Don Charles was too composed for it to be. I guess he's a professional. He could have maybe not liked it, but still kept his composure. But I think I tend to believe. Listen, what's his name? Stan Dubois. He could have trained Daniel himself. He chose to bring Don in, right? So it's not a case of, well, maybe Stan don't like Don either. That's why he's kind of rubbed off on Daniel. I think, if anything, Stan and Don Charles have been working together. And it looks to me, the way I see Don Charles posted up there, it's almost like his creation. Yeah? What's his name? Who's the cat who made Frankenstein? It's that one. So Stan Dubois is the Frankenstein maker, yeah? And Don Charles is the assistant. That's how it looks to me. And he's sitting there looking at his creation like, yeah, this guy ready to go. Yeah, woo. That's how it looks to me. He's like this, posted up like, we ready. Yeah, he's giving me the elbows. I'm catching strays. We're receiving friendly fire. He ready to go. That's how it looks to me. Yeah? The creator, originator, Stan Dubois, and the scientist's assistant. And he's not shocked because he knew what Frankenstein about. Yeah? He know what Frankenstein fixing to do. So it's not a big, whoa, he's elbowing me. He know what. That's what he made him to do. He been there assisting Stan, making this creation of warfare. Inhumane. Yeah? Inhumane warfarian. That's what this guy is, Daniel Dubois. And he's too big and he's too strong. He wants it too much. He hasn't, listen, end of the day, yeah, he hasn't dodged no draft and living in Spain with his kids, yeah. That's what he hasn't done. Right? He hasn't dodged no draft. At the end, I see all these corny channels sucking USYK off as well. He's in Spain, people. Yeah? He's in Spain. Hiding out, man. Hiding out. Don't talk to me about nothing, man. Yeah, oh, Dubois is stupid. Dubois, he's not a draft dodger though, is he? End of the day, man. So you can keep YB, well, you wouldn't go. You damn right I wouldn't go. And I'll tell you why. I won't be waving no stupid flags either, pretending I'm with it like that. I say, listen, man, put all them flags down. Yeah? Put all them flags down. Because them man at the top, they ain't fighting. Don't do no fighting. That's what I'll be saying to my people. For real, for real. I won't be sitting there from Spain. Ooh, everyone get stuck in. Join the meat grinder. I'm in Spain. In my villa. Woo! Yeah? Oh, look, Julensky. Look, I got my belts for you. Let's pump up the meat grinder some more. That's what I wouldn't be doing. For sure. So don't come at me with them corny bars, man. Like this guy like that. Jesus. What did he say? I don't remember Jesus saying, yeah, what you should do is go to Spain, hang out there and shill violence from that point. Did he say that? I don't believe he said that at all, to be fair. Yeah? And USYK came out the other day saying, oh, I don't like Tyson, he likes the Russian. Listen, man, they're all cornballs. Anyone who's not on the front lines is a cornball in my book. Anyone who has a position that is not. Anyway, I'm not going to get too political, but you get the point, man. Yeah. It would be an honour for Dubois to splatter this guy, man. To be fair, that's what it would be. And a lot of you, man, you don't really get it. So you think, oh no, YB, no. You don't get it. I can't even blame you, man. You man are blue pilled is cliche, but you man, there's enough man that are blue pilled out there, man. You think it's this is theatre, yeah? It's a meat grinder for the masses and Villa in Spain for the Kabbalah. That's what it is. You don't get it. You're like, oh, but YB this flag, but YB left, but right, but you know this versus this. Yeah, them man ain't fighting. Yeah, they're not fighting. You man are fighting. The bottom feeders are fighting. These cats are on TV making millions. Oh, but he's supporting us, is he? Supporting us how? What, making millions on TV and waving a flag? You man are bugging, man. Seriously, you deserve to be locked in the blue pill, man. For real. Yeah? The agents are playing your ass. Anyway, I'm out of here, man. Dubois is too big, too strong. He wants it too much. He wants it too much, man. He wants it too much. He's way too big and way too strong. He's going to be all over him. You see him here. Yeah? You see him here. He wants it too much. End of the day. Anyway. Oh yeah, and I'm back. I forgot to shamelessly plug my shit, man. Whoop-de-whoop. Put me on. Yeah? We got the Patreon link in the comment section, in the description. For real, for real. Stop playing with me, man. Dubois versus USYK 2. Deep in depth. No moody. Look at this video here. Look, man. We're showing you all the bars here. Matthias. Mohamed Ayamad. Matthias. Yeah? We got all the analysis here, man. You ain't going to find this nowhere else. Plus over 200 large videos on the Patreon. So don't play with it, man. Just for never mind a cup of coffee, yeah? Send me your shmoney. Bye.